besides LeBron James leaving and free agency, there's a couple other players that might be moving to other towns or.
Correct. You just quickly run through the list of. I got the top 12 free agents here.
Mm-hmm.
Start with number 12. We got Avery Bradley. Used to play with Boston, Detroit defensive guy.
Now with a new head coach, I don't know. Wait, where was he?
He was with Detroit.
Last.
With Stan Van Gundy. He's a free agent now.
But now doing new head coach Dwayne Casey, does he bring him back? Does he allow him to go somewhere else?
Well, I think he's unrestricted free agent, so I think he could just choose where he would have gone out. Yeah. And then with Stan Van Gundy, who brought him in here, I don't think he really has a relationship with Dwayne Casey. I think he'll look to go to a situation that more suits him, which I don't think necessarily is Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility he might look at Boston again. Like that, he loves Brad Stevens. He had a good, tenure there. That might be a thing. I would definitely look out for San Antonio with Avery Bradley. That's the type of player that they would definitely want.
With Rudy Gay having his opting out of his play option. That's another thing.
And signing with Puma today. Shout out to Puma, making Jay-Z president of operations, and signing Deion Ayton, who I think is going to be the first pick in the draft. Marvin Bagley, she dropped some rap. He dropped some bars to celebrate John and Puma about to get drafted. Shout out to Marvin Bagley. We'll talk a little more about that. Number 11 we got is a restricted free agent, Julius Randle. A lot of people out here in New York saying that he'd be a perfect fit with Porzingis. I continue to think that's one of the most ignorant takes I've continuously heard all year. Like, Porzingis is best suited to play the 4, just like his predecessor, Dirk Nowitzki. A lot of people kept saying that Dirk would probably eventually be a center in the league throughout his career. It just never made sense. And
he has the height, not the
correct.
size.
The same with Kevin Garnett, who was the other one of Porzingis' idols. Garnett was never a true center. Like, he played a center as an anchor, a defensive anchor, but he never had the physical girth to really be a center. He was a power forward. Despite many people thinking that he played center in the league, he did not. So Porzingis, his position is not going to be center, even though it is modern era. Like, he might play 5 during large stretches just because he'll be the tallest guy on the team. But the idea that he's a 5 in this league, that's not who he is. That's not who he's projected to be. That's not who he's going to be. So to put Julius Randle next to him, well, that's Julius Randle's position. The 4. What, he's going to play center now? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So Julius Randle, his best position is actually with the Lakers. I think they will resign him unless somebody throws a large amount of money at him, which the Nets might do. They keep seeming to do that at some of these players. And the fact that D'Angelo Russell had a good relationship with Julius Randle, I can see the Nets making a play at trying to sign him.
Yeah, the Lakers don't want him. They pretty much cut his minutes throughout all last year.
Well, actually, they
gave him towards the end. At the back end, they started.
Luke Walton finally said he's committed. He's translated to what I'm looking for. They have high hopes for him this year. But it comes back to how much is it going to cost them.
Yeah, and who they want to actually bring in. I don't think
it's another idea that I have, like, to the whole LeBron going to the Lakers. If LeBron goes to the Lakers, it will be a sign and trade, and there's a chance that Kevin Love, who's from LA, will go with him. And in that move, it will make sense for the Cavaliers to get back Julius Randle to replace Kevin Love, and then whoever they draft, whether it's Michael Porter Jr. or Mikal Bridges in the draft, to replace the LeBron James position. Or even resign Rodney Hood to replace that position. Going into number 10, got Brook Lopez. This last year played with the Lakers. But Brook Lopez will be an unrestricted free agent. I think it'll be very interesting to see where he goes.
Yeah, he's been moved around a lot lately.
Yes, he's been traded, but he's still a very talented center that could score the ball. Very versatile. I think places that you could look for him at is like Washington, who's been dying to have a big man that can score to take away, to give them the inside-outside presence with Wall and Beal. Todd has not quite been that. And if you could bring in somebody like Brook Lopez, another team I look at would be the Milwaukee Bucks, who have badly needed a center that's actually a significant player. Like, they've had a bunch of undersized centers like John Henson playing the center out there, Thon Maker playing the center. It's like, they're not real centers. You almost have Giannis Antetokounmpo as your rim protector, and he's a 3. Brook Lopez would be an excellent pickup over there. With, Mike Budenholzer being the coach now, he could make him play a little bit of defense.
Yeah,
that'd be a great pickup. Number 9, I got Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
I think he probably will stay with Boston, but there's a chance that somebody will definitely throw some money at him to try to snatch him away. He's definitely one of the better defensive guards in the league.
Unfortunately, can't stay healthy.
Yes, but he plays a very physical game, and that's probably why leads to a lot of it banged up.
Mm-hmm.
Moving quickly into number 8, Isaiah Thomas. He will be an unrestricted free agent. He had a very tough season last year after having an MVP caliber year the year before.
He's had a tough NBA career.
Facts. For a little guy, he's went through a lot. I think there's a significant chance he goes back to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think it's almost penciled in for me that he goes back to Boston.
Or Chicago.
I think he could slide right into a 6-man role with that Boston situation, and I think Boston is ready to win a championship next year.
Yeah,
whichever way
they've got close enough to where they feel that they can taste it.
But yeah, I think they have the right blend too. Like now, like Jaylen Brown will be going into year 3, Jason Tatum will be going into year 2, and then you would have whoever you want, whether it's Jordan Hayward and Al Horford or Kyrie Irving and Al Horford. They're veterans that are in the position where they're championship ready also.
Yeah.
So I think Marcus Smart or Isaiah Thomas both going to Boston. Something to look at. Number 7, we got Tyreke Evans, who had a resurgent career, a resurgent year this year with Memphis. David Fizdale did a good job kind of like rekindling, revitalizing Tyreke Evans' career. Him and Keith Small did a good job with that. And so now Evans is in line for a nice deal. Probably will re-sign with Memphis, though.
Yeah, most likely.
Number 6, we got Aaron Gordon of Orlando Magic. He'll be a restricted free agent.
Next one of them, a lot of trade talk about before, but very talented player. Had a little bit of injuries, but correct. Very high explosive.
Correct.
Decent shooter.
Super athletic. Dunk contest winner. Amazing wingspan. Just coming into his own this year. Mm-hmm. But like typical of this era, it takes about year 3 or 4 for these players to finally show their true skill because of they're now coming in at such a young age at 19, 20, 18 years old. Mm-hmm. So now instead of it being basically 1 year and then you see what they are, it takes about 3 years to see what they are because they're not coming out as juniors at 22 anymore. So I think that's the difference right now. I think for him, Aaron Gordon should have a big year, almost like Victor Oladipo. Year 4, year 5 start to show what they're really about.
Should see Orlando recently.
But the Knicks though, because he was drafted by Scott Perry, who's the GM of the Knicks now. There might be a look at that. Maybe a sign and trade. We'll see how that works out. Depending on who the Knicks draft, they might not need a small forward. So number 5, I got Clint Capella, who had a phenomenal year this year. Mm-hmm. He's definitely in line for a big deal.
Yes.
He's definitely in line for a big deal. Restricted free agent. I think Houston will do what they have to do to resign or whatever the number is.
They have to.
So that's a big deal. Number 4, this is a big domino. It's DeMarcus Cousins. He's an unrestricted free agent coming off an Achilles injury. Mm-hmm. That's a very tricky injury. He's a big man.
And then after having a questionable season with the Kings and trading off to...
But he was having an MVP caliber
with
year
the Pelicans
before he got hurt.
Before getting hurt. And then they showed that they really didn't necessarily need him.
Because of Anthony Davis being who he is.
And the other guy...
Drew Holiday.
No, that big man they had up there that was playing pretty well.
Nikola Mitrovic.
Yes.
They traded for him. He did a very good job pairing up with Anthony Davis up front. But I think Dallas, Mark Cuban is going to throw a lot of money at Cousins. I think that might be more than what the Pelicans can afford. There's a great chance. So if they are hot on DeMarcus Cousins, I think there's a good chance that...
just got to question their legs. Because, big man with legs.
I just question, will they be patient? Because you saw Chandler Parsons get signed by Dallas a couple years ago, and then his injury got worse in his time there. So we definitely want to see, will they be patient with DeMarcus if they do bring him in? But we'll also see where the Pelicans go from what other teams might want to throw money at him. He's still one of the best talented big men in the league. It's just whether or not he'll come back healthy from this Achilles injury.
Is he going to be able to finish?
So the top 3 free agents for this upcoming season, we have Chris Paul. With Houston, he's an unrestricted free agent, so he can sign wherever he likes. Mm-hmm. But there's a good chance because Houston could offer him the most money, the max money, and the situation that they have there.
Mm-hmm. And he was at his closest with them.
He might re-up there with the James Harden train. Then we have number 2, we have the Paul George. A lot of talk him want to go back to L.A. He's from L.A. It was a Laker fan growing up. But there's huge talk over the last couple of days that the extension with the Thunder is very warm. It's a great chance if it happens. A great chance of him signing a max deal to stay with them. with Melo and Westbrook over there.
And is that thing situation up now? Because I remember when the Magic Johnson got fined for that whole tampering with him. So like, is he now eligible to talk to the Lakers, or is that like something that's still like in a balance where they can't talk for like another year or so? I don't remember what was
like a 1 year ban.
I don't know if it's to now or is it to.
That's a good point. I'm not sure how that works. So it's like that is also interesting.
Yeah.
And then the number one free agent will be LeBron James, the king, best player in the NBA. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. We already talked about that. So quick. So you kind of using the free agency with different players moving around. We had Dwight Howard got traded yesterday. On the same day he got traded last summer from Atlanta to Charlotte.
Just to find out today
he wanted to sign with Brooklyn when he left Orlando. He wanted to sign with Brooklyn when he left LA, the Lakers. So it's odd that he finally gets a chance to get there. But as of this morning, they announced that they're probably going to buy out Dwight Howard.
He didn't even pack his bags yet.
So it looks like Dwight Howard might be a free agent this coming summer too. He's coming off his best season in a few years.
Sorry, Coach, but where would you put him on your list as now a free agent between your list and this number? If you have to squeeze him in, who would you put him in?
I would put Dwight right behind Aaron Gordon, right above Tyreek Evans, in between the 6 and 7.
Okay.
He's definitely still a starting center. He's a notch below elite, but he's still an elite rebounder and rim protector in his league. He's not nearly the athletic beast that he was before because of the back injury that's probably hampered him.
He played the most games since Orlando. He played 81 games.
He played all full season, was healthy all season, contributed every game. I think Dwight has to go into the right situation.
I think now is a personality thing. I think now it's not even just about the stats. It's not about the numbers.
Correct.
It's mainly because like what you said earlier about with the whole locker room situation.
Correct.
I think it's who can really work with Dwight.
Correct. I would have to look to, I would say, the scary team that could get him, that I thought about this morning, honestly, is like the Warriors. You're going to be confused when I say the Boston Celtics. Mm-hmm. The Boston Celtics, if they was able to match Al Horford and Dwight Howard at the top.
They don't really have a real big.
Yeah, and then if you put now, you can even put Dwight coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. But and again, like Brad Stevens and that entire organization, they would welcome or be able to have a locker room, because you never heard locker room problems over there. That's not something that Brad Stevenson would allow. So, and he's very warm to any personality that he has, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like if Boston was to get him, the league would be in trouble, because then I don't think anybody could beat Boston. I don't think the Warriors could beat Boston. They would be almost too talented to lose with one of the most talented coaches in the game. So,
like the Warriors will be forced to put JaVale McGee in and cause a whole shift in their offense, because now who's going to guard?
Not even that, like this. You put two legit defensive anchors in Al Horford and Dwight Howard behind already great perimeter defenders like a Jaylen Brown or Marcus Smart. You're not going to score. And then on the other side, Tatum, Kyrie Irving could score on anybody. You're not going to be able to beat that team, like with Brad Stevenson as that coach. So I'm just saying. So with Dwight Howard, there's a particular couple places he could go, and he would be a real plus. Even with San Antonio, if they added him, he could be a real plus out there. Even like the Portland Trailblazers, that would be a huge pickup for them, because it would allow Usage to really play the power forward kind of role, which is more for him.
Yeah.
And then, there's a team that could get him, but it's also, the league is a weird league.
It depends on how they where he fits as far as a team, and